So we met in Japan while we were both serving missions, like LDS full-time missions. We were at a big missionary meeting, and our mission president came out and was like, everyone needs to learn Japanese and like do this special program. And it was really hard. Everyone was struggling with it. But there was one elder who was a young missionary who finished it in just a few months, like the whole program. So President Yamashita was like, come and see this elder. He did it, and he is a young missionary. You can do it too. And his name was Elder Bills.
It was ridiculous because they were asking us like, hey, like how are you learning Japanese so fast, and like what's your method and everything like that. And they had a board for me, like a whiteboard set up, and I was like, I used flashcards, as you know, like flashcards make sense to study things. And so I drew like two giant squares on this.
Yeah, because they were like,
whiteboard.
demonstrate
how to do a flashcard.
And he was like, what?
This is ridiculous. Like everyone should know how to do a flashcard. But after the meeting, she walked up and got right up in my face and was asking me all these questions, and I thought she was pretty stuck up and pretty just like invasive and nosy.
Because I wanted to know how he did it. So I was like, okay, like, you're not in front of everyone, like, give me the secret. So that's pretty much how we met. And then we became friends, and he realized I wasn't stuck up, and he had a really cool perspective on life. And so, yeah, that's how we met. So my first impression of Dylan was just that he was really smart, good at Japanese.
Yeah, and I thought she was...
It's okay.
No, you were stuck up, and I, like, after you had like walked away, like, I was like, what the heck, like, back off, like, get up, like, back up
Like,
off me.
leave me alone.
Yeah, for real. It's like, leave me alone, because like you were like way up in my space and like trying to like be my best friend in like 10 seconds. It took longer than 10 seconds, but
Okay.
we're not gonna tell him.
We got home from our missions, and I was like, he's really cool. Like, I want to talk to him. He went back to Utah State. I was at BYU. So we would, like, email every once in a while or Skype for, like, 10 minutes. Because he had to, like, fit me into his schedule.
Yeah,
and
more
because
true
he's
than it
so
should
busy.
be.
And then he got a girlfriend, and I was like, okay, like, obviously you have time for a girlfriend, so you should have time for our friendship. But I told him that me and my little sister and our friend Natasha, we were going to Paris in a couple weeks. And he was like, I want to go to Paris, while he's like sitting next to his girlfriend. And I was like, sure, like, come to Paris, you're welcome to come. But he was so busy and it's so expensive that I was like, there's no way he'll ever come. And he came.
And basically it turned into us talking a lot in France and like getting to know each other more and more. And actually she sent a Snapchat to like her sister that she didn't tell me about, of course, but it was just like a picture of Erin, like a selfie, and it just had the text like, I want him to break up with her so bad, and it was like all in like caps and red, and I'm just like, I didn't see it until after we started dating, but
Of course.
she in Paris she said that, oh, it's a shame that you're dating someone, because if you weren't dating someone, like, you could totally ask me out on a date, and we would totally, like, I'd totally say yes, and we could go on a first date.
Yeah, I was like, okay, break up with your girlfriend. If you ask me out on a first date, I'll go with you on a first date for sure. And then I remember him saying, oh, like, well, what about like a second date? And I was like, okay, let's just start with
focus
the
on the
first date.
first, yeah.
And then on our first date, he took us to like the botanical gardens, and
I don't know, it was way fun. And it just happened to be like the orchid festival that day, and turns out that orchids are her favorite flower, which I was surprised that I didn't know that until like 8 weeks later.
I love how full of love Dylan is. And he already knows that he's like a really hard worker. That's also like incredible. And just how he doesn't accept like the norm if he doesn't like it. That's something that's so important to me. Because there's all different kinds of like stigmas or like environments that we can be put in. And if you just accept it the way it is and don't question it, you could miss out on a lot of things, but Dylan always pushes the boundaries.
I don't know, like about Erin, the first thing that was really attractive about her was how much she had like a passion for everything that she did. She didn't really like whatever she did do, she had a passion and a reason for doing it. And she definitely went against the norm on a lot of things. Still does on a lot of things. But she also knows how to show like her feelings and show her love to other people in so many different ways, and it's always amazed me and been really inspiring because I'm not the best at communicating or showing feelings of any sort. So
Thanks. We're both really stubborn.
increasingly stubborn. We both have a desire to improve, like a really strong desire to grow in every aspect of our lives.
We like progress.
And that was honestly, like, if she didn't have that quality, I wouldn't have asked her to marry me, because it's that important, at least to me.
And we're both like active people, and I feel like we're both pretty compassionate. We try and like understand other people's perspectives. We like to travel and things like that. Those are some things.
Every other way. We're really different, actually.
I'm the communicator.
More different than we should be.
I know how to express my feelings, express myself. I know what I'm feeling, when I'm feeling it. I can usually share it. Dylan cannot.
Yeah. I can be diligent about something and be really ambitious and drive it and finish it in a short period of time. And Erin cannot. She gets sidetracked and
so distracted.
Cannot finish anything on time to save her life.
It's true. That's another thing, timing. He's so good with timing, and I'm the worst.
I'm not very good with my diet. No.
I'm so glad
It's
you
like,
mentioned that one.
Let's be honest, though. Like,
on camera.
Since it's on
we had
camera,
a fight about this today.
We're just like talking about it, and yeah, she's like a really healthy eater, and I prefer chocolate.
No, not just any chocolate.
Not just
Hershey's chocolate.
Hershey's chocolate.
It's like,
which apparently is garbage chocolate.
we pretty much decided we wanted to marry each other like before he proposed.
Let's make a correction. On our first date, we talked about marriage.
A little bit. Not that we were getting married, but like.
But we.
Oh yeah, like what do you?
We left it open-ended.
Yeah. So I kind of like to control things, and I have a certain vision of what I want things to be like. So I was telling him, okay, don't do this, like do this with the proposal. And I was just I really regret it now, but I was being way too controlling. Like I wanted it to be private and like fancy and like whatever. And he was like trying to surprise me, but I was like, don't surprise me. Just like tell me at least the day so I can like mentally and emotionally prepare, whatever, and like physically like look cute. Because girls want to look cute. And he picked me up from work. I wasn't looking cute. And so I was just like, dang it. And he was like all dressed up. And so I was just like, oh, this is it. Dang it. And then I was just like feeling stressed out and so much pressure. But then like we went out to eat and we had a lot of fun. And then we like went on a walk. Oh, he surprised me with flowers, beautiful flowers. And then we went on a walk, and like I could tell he was nervous and like trying to propose, but he didn't. He clutched. And so we got back to my apartment, and it was like really late. I was exhausted, but I was like trying to be nice. And then I was like, okay, like let's just address the elephant in the room. Like, you didn't do it, so when are we gonna do it? Because it's already like past midnight, and like there's nothing else to go do. And then he felt bad, and then we went on a drive, and we went out to this beautiful like overlooking the mountains, and just like got out, and then he got down on one knee.
So it was pretty bad.
It was good.
Now, the part that she doesn't know is that she thought I was going to propose that day, which I was. I was going to propose that day, but not the way that she thought. I had one of my really good friends who was down at the U, and he had actually went into the mountains. Get this, because you're gonna feel really bad now.
Oh
He had
no.
went into the mountains, and he had found like an archway of branches, and had spent like 3 hours putting like Christmas lights like delicately all around this like all of these branches, so it looks like an arch. And he like lit it up, and he like texted me. He's like, "Hey man, it looks great." And I'm like, "Perfect, it's gonna work out." And then going and talking with Erin, like she just didn't want to do that. Like she did not want to go anywhere. She just wanted to chill and wanted to, go against the grain.
I was stressed. Oh my
You were
gosh,
really
I'm
stressed.
sorry.
And so like after like we're done eating and like get back to her apartment at like midnight, I mail him. I'm like, "Sorry, bro. It's like it's a waste. Like it's not happening tonight."
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I get it.
Well, I got the ring, so
You still got
it
the
happened.
ring. It happened either way.
Yeah.
I would have to say spending all of that time like in Japan with like the people that we really love and care about. Because like if we had done the wedding in America, there'd be so many people and so much pressure, and it would be really difficult to focus on like us and like focus on us getting married. But like getting married over in Tokyo, there's not nearly as many pressures. And I think it's like that small setting which I'm looking forward to and talking with all of those people.
The thing I'm most looking forward to is probably being in the temple with our mission president. That's going to be really cool.
It's a combination of her deep love for other people and her consistent desire to like make other people happy. Like that's ultimately what I really cherish in life, is like making other people more like want to be happier and like want to have a better life. And like even being around Erin, like my day instantly gets better. And spending all day with her is like just like overload. It's too good. But I think that's why I truly love Erin.
Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of a different route. So, one thing that I've learned about love recently is that it's not just something that happens to you. Like, a lot of people are like, "Oh, like, I'm just so attracted to them," and then it just all comes at you, and you just kind of accept it and go with it. But actually, it's part of that, and then it's also part choice. I was so attracted to his personality and his soul and just who he is as a person. And then it just, like, keeps going. If you let it, it just keeps growing. And then if you act upon it and whatnot, you're, like, watering the plant kind of thing. And, of course, everyone has bad days or, like, fights or, like, you're like, "Whoa, like, you have that? Ugh, that's not going to work with me very well," or "I wasn't prepared for that." But we all have those things. So you just do it. Get over it. Actually, I probably already know what it is.
What do you think it is? I would love to hear it.
Okay, either timing, like
It would
being
totally
on
be
time.
on time. It would be having Erin be able to be on time for something and like be like, "Okay, we're gonna leave the house at 6," and not leave the house at 6:45. But no.
Okay, the thing I would change about Dylan is that he's so hard on himself all the time, no matter what it's about. He holds himself to like really high standards, which is a great thing because you want to progress and grow and like stretch yourself. But it's like being patient with yourself also. Just like accepting that you're going to mess up, like everyone has bad days or things that happen to you that make it harder to do the right thing. So just acknowledge it and like move on. That's what I would change.